I did this general SketchnWash drawing at the Lighthouse on March 1st this year. And I've been trying since I was 17 years old to figure out how to gracefully put a person with a musical instrument, how to make it all fit together. And I turned a corner on this one here because at the Lighthouse, I was just looking and looking. And let's see, this is the stage here. And I was back at a table back here where I'm talking from here. You can't see me, okay? Back here. And also the open beams of the very high roof in the Lighthouse. There are a lot of things that are kind of coming out this way in an extreme perspective. And I thought, I don't know, maybe if I look at the stage here and start working with these angles and get what I'm looking at, okay? So that's what I did, and I started, and this is what happened. You can see I was putting in angles and etc. I got all of this structure that I was seeing, this perspective in, as a sort of a setting to get it set up. Right here, there's a lighthouse sign, and over here, oh, there's a lighthouse sign here, and then over here is some more red. I'm going to go in and do that, and I've been putting it off because I wanted to get this, get a video of this before I did that too, because I can share the process, because this is really exciting. Be warned, I also think it's exciting to watch paint dry. I do, really do. So anyway, this is really exciting. So I took my pencil and I followed my way in here and I got all of this. And then I noticed the microphone stand and I said, okay, there's an angle here and it goes to him. And I threw that in. And from the microphone stand, went down into the guitar. There's this real pretty kind of a loop, a thin part up here, a loop on his guitar. And I came back and I went, oh yeah. And around, and I got the guitar and I kept working and getting it in there. And then I came back and I put him in and I put in the keyboard here. But the keyboard sort of disappeared. Here's part of it. No, this is part of the mixer back here. And so over here, this is a picture of Pedro Reis, a lovely Brazilian musician, and Steve Aguilar, a local demonically good keyboardist. So I got up there and I got the instrument in. Then I got into here and I remembered I really was, from looking behind, looking at, I liked the way his hand was down, you know, there. So that doesn't need a keyboard. It just disappeared. Then on this was a big epiphany also. And it's also part of the same problem that getting an instrument and a person holding the instrument together looking graceful is where I have to overcome what I know and forget what I know and look at what I'm looking at. And so these hats, these baseball hats, have been really hard for me to get on to people looking right, because I'm always putting like what I know a hat is on them. This time I said, you know what? Part of the problem is you're looking up at him. You need to get the bottom of the hat in there and draw from there and then stick his head on. So I did that, and it's a very good likeness of his body and his form when he's playing, and ditto with Pedro. So, Pedro here, let's see. Yeah, I got his hand down. The strings are sort of going a different direction, but it doesn't matter. Everything's in motion. And then down here, I decided, I don't know, I was doing something else and then I kind of forgot. And so then I put in the people that were sitting by the windows, like at the end of this walkway, this is the, again, it's a raised stage platform here, and there's a walkway here for the service people, or the waiters and waitresses, the servers, to walk through. And over here by the window is a nice place to sit behind the dance floor, and then here were people up closer to the stage watching. And so I just kind of indicated them in, and then I said, okay, I need to get it the setting more, and I indicated these things to get it set in the lighthouse, and I made sure I got the knobs on the guitar and some things here, and everything indicated. Well, it was a big hit. I wasn't sure if any of this was readable. These guys looked at it and going, yeah, my guitar, there I am, that's how I stand. It's like, it doesn't matter that I left out stuff and put other moving. So it's an abstract in a way. It's a response to music as well. And it's a turning point for me, because what I discovered was I'm always trying to do a person with an instrument. And what I learned on this is that's not the story at all. It's an instrument with a person. Got it. So that just made me feel so good. A whole bunch of people saw it. I did it just there, not knowing what I would come up with. And they recognized everything in it. Even without the red stuff in here. It's, oh yeah, the lighthouse sign. So I'm just thrilled that it's very readable and it's an exciting, nice drawing. These SketchnWash pencils are working out very, very well for me. So, armed with that knowledge, and 2 weeks later, a bad cold, I went to go see Pedro on St. Patrick's Day at American Junkie. And just as I did with, let's see, I need to take this out. Yeah, so just as I did with the one at the Lighthouse, I said, okay, kiddo, you came in to do Pedro. This place is huge, and this is just a small area here, and it's really got some great decor in it as well. So I started with the background. I'm late in the day here, so we've got a shadow from the sun. Says Pedro, Reis, 12 to 2:30 at the top. Zeal and Steve Aguilar from 3 to 5:30, and Weiss from 6 to 9. Big day at American Junkie. This I really struggled with, but Pedro liked it real well, so I'm good. I'm getting it. And let's see. So then I went from this one. I was pretty happy with it, and then we went to another, back in the same size as, oh boy, this. Okay, I'm going to stop for now and move into the shade. I think I stopped recording there. Okay, so this is on a standard greeting card size, which is 4 by 6, I think. So that would be like 8 or 6 by 8 altogether. But I'm just doing it on there because that's a handy size to carry around. Now, this one here, I just talked about this. This is just a single sheet of watercolor paper. I had a couple of these in a large Ziploc bag to use. So I tried doing something a little bit larger because I feel too cramped when I'm trying to get a whole figure in. So then I went back to the smaller ones, and I said, okay, I'm going to try this. Steve has the most wonderful grin when he's playing. this is not quite it, but I'm getting there. Look, I got the baseball cap. And that's a decent little drawing. This is from life, okay? He's not holding still for it. I just managed to get it together. And this is Zeal, Levin, and an aspect of him, but I think it's an aspect that I really like. And these were done, let's see, between 3 and 5:30, these two. So I just kind of worked on their faces and say, well, I'll try the best I can. And then, because I'm nailing this medium too. It's really, really nice to work with. And a lot of people were watching. It was the most wonderful experience. And they were, I could sometimes notice over my shoulder, I get excited when it's time to pull out the water and turn it to liquid, and so some people got to see the process. But it was really thrilling. This is American Junkie. It's a big sports bar. And it was St. Patrick's Day. And I was just at a table, very close to the stage and drawing on my lap. And people walked by. And no one was intrusive at all. It was wonderful. They just walked by, and I think some people may have taken some videos while I was working. I don't know. But people came by when I was done, and said, oh, man, those are really nice. So I feel really good about this particular direction I'm taking off in, which is something I've been wanting to do for a long time. I'm so fortunate to be around all of these incredible artists and musicians that are here in walking distance. I'm walking distance from the Lighthouse. I'm just, and I have the skill to bring to it. So I'm immortalizing these people using my superpower. But these are all working up to doing a bunch of sketching when I go to Beach Life Ranch, which I'm not going to be sitting there going drawings and selling drawings to people. I'm going to be drawings for myself that are coming home, and then I want to get everything up into one exhibit, and maybe a frameless exhibit too, just stick them up on the wall. I don't know, but I'm trying to get a bunch of these together, and I'm really excited about it, and I'm really happy that I have these people sharing what I'm doing, because it's basically like I'm a really good trapeze artist, and then I'm going, I got a new trick, and I'm going to go out and do it without a net. Are you ready? Yeah. So I'm feeling really, really good. My environment is my safety net. It was so nice to work there. It was so crowded, and it just felt good. So did I make sure these names are here? This is, why isn't it focusing in here in the shade? Steve Aguilar, American Junkie, and Zeal, Levin. And I'm going to see both of these guys quite a lot. And I've looked at them a lot and thought about what I might do. And so this was jumping out to try it. And these general SketchnWash really just kind of make it sing once you hit it with the water. It's really fun. Okay. Thank you for watching this all the way through. Well, these are some footnotes, annotations. One, I said Beach Life Ranch. I meant the Beach Life Festival that's here in May. Okay. And this, I forgot to point some things out. I had a lot of fun doing this. Once I got this idea that the musician is attached to the instrument and not the other way around, I got something going here, and I was able, I don't quite have his hand, but I do have like the whole hand. But here I was getting a really nice arrangement of a ring finger, middle finger, first finger. And then this one out like he's having a nice cup of tea, which I really liked. I've having fun watching people's hands and the parts of music that maybe I didn't know. Here's where things get fun and abstract, yes. Okay, so anyway, I got his hands in here, and then I had fun with this. He has a wonderful tattoo that I just didn't get quite right. It's the musical lines. I forget what they're called. Musical lines with the notes on them. It's very readable. And I have them coming off of his arm and going out into the place. So that was my fun little special thing with Pedro here. Special thing that I did was getting this hand on here. And this has got that guitar in there almost well. But yeah. So, and this isn't exactly where it started. This all started with that painting that I did of Angela Piazza and Jack Taylor Tracy down at Java Man a couple years ago. And I had taken my watercolors with me and thought, I wonder if I could sit down and do something. Well, I had a cup of coffee and that just kicked me right into gear. And I did a very nice little painting that you can hear the snares of Angela's snares. Yeah, she was on a drum box and just in the motion. I'm sorry, I'm tapping my foot to the music while I'm filming this. I'm stopping right now.